navigating the AI era of enterprise analytics. And just a quick background on myself. So I'm Logan. I'm the CEO and founder of a company called Datalogz. We got started about 3.5 years ago. I was working at one of the largest airlines, helping to manage their BI infrastructure. And our environment started growing like crazy. And when this happened, we had all kinds of problems around cost, inefficiencies, duplicate things being reported and developed. So we built Datalogz to help solve these at the enterprise level. And today I'll be giving an overview of the AI and BI landscape, what's coming out in Tableau, Power BI, a little bit about Qlik, Looker, and the other BI tools. Then I'll talk about developing a BI ops strategy and why that is so important for every enterprise. And lastly, I'll talk about the ROI of having an AI and BI strategy together. So who here has a business intelligence tool in their company? Good, I see a lot of hands. Looker, okay, one Looker, Tableau, okay, a few more Tableau, any Power BI? Okay, a lot of Microsoft people here. That's great. And the BI world is changing very, very quickly. In a few months, almost all the BI tools will have a new AI integration where you can get instant answers for any of your business users in seconds. So questions like this about showing top customer sales, you'll be able to generate very quickly. Power BI is adding in Copilot. Tableau is adding in Tableau GPT, which is integrated in the Einstein suite. And then Qlik as well is also adding an AI tool in their product. But this is going to change the way business users interact with data because the skills required to start building insights and analytics becomes much, much easier. Imagine ChatGPT in your BI environment. That's what's going to happen very soon. And this is great because your company will be the most data literate it's ever been. But as you get more reports, dashboards happening in your BI environment, there's problems that typically arise. Are they compliant? Are they duplicated? Are they built on the right data sets? Are they actually being used? And as you get more and more users inside these business intelligence environments and being able to create more reports and dashboards with the combination of AI, your environment will likely start to sprawl. But today I'll talk a little bit about the guardrails in place to prevent that. So as it becomes easier to create dashboards, reports, you'll see more decisions being made, and you need to ensure that they're correct, accurate, and do not have any issues. So how do you do this? How do you ensure accuracy in the BI environment? And just to talk with a quick story about my time in the airline industry, what we were seeing was nearly 70 new reports and dashboards created every single week. This led to first cost issues. We were upgrading our premium capacities in Power BI, going from a P1 to a P2, then a P3. Then we ended up implementing a separate P1 capacity within Power BI. And while all this was happening and our environment was growing like crazy, our performance started to slow down. Business users were complaining about the load times for reports and dashboards in the environment. There's also questions of, is what we're reporting correct? We have all these new great dashboards existing in the environment, but are they accurate? Are people getting the right data? We had one report that was duplicated 12 times within our environment, and we had to report out those numbers to the FAA. But we had no checks to understand if those are the right numbers going out and are they correct. So this BI sprawl problem is happening at almost every mature data organization. They're spending more on business intelligence, more on compute to power this. There's security issues. What if there's bad actors in the environment? Are you monitoring what's going used, what's adopted, what's being exported? What if there's a rogue consultant exporting reports that they shouldn't have? There's governance risks because the BI environments are typically built on about 40% stale data and static files. So CSVs are being joined outside of your data governance program with very little controls. And lastly, there's risk for misrepresentation of data. So with the combination of AI and BI, where anyone can create a report dashboard, it doesn't require a certain level of skill sets. These problems are only going to get bigger and bigger within the BI environment. So this is why we recommend implementing and starting to think about your BI ops strategy. So as you get more reports in your BI infrastructure, you need to be sure that they are accurate, delivering the right insights, refreshing in a timely manner. They're not duplicated. We're trying to end the wild west of reporting that's happening today. And 70% of enterprises have 3 or more business intelligence tools. That's just more room for duplication, overlap, and problems within these environments. So a BI ops strategy will help you to catch and fix problems in your environment, flag anomalies that are happening, where is their odd behavior, and also allow you to run effectively and save money. Your environment, it may be scaling, but for our large clients at Datalogz, we see 70 to 80% of reports and dashboards have gone unused for 6 months. Imagine all these reports refreshing constantly, using compute and Power BI, generating more bills in Snowflake, but adding zero value. This cleanup creates instant cost savings for your company, plus prevents risk. So this BI Ops strategy is a no-brainer to start implementing. So where does BI Ops live? It's at the intersection of where business users are interacting with data. As you get more people creating reports and insights in this data consumption layer like Qlik, Power BI, Cognos, Mode, Looker, Tableau, ThoughtSpot, there's probably 20 more BI tools that exist. You should start thinking about, is what they're producing correct? Is it cost effective? And is it risk-free? So a BI Ops strategy, fortunately for everyone, the BI tools are already storing all of the metadata and server logs for everything that's happening. It's buried in the APIs and in the infrastructure behind the BI tools. But with a good data practice, you're able to get all that information out of the BI tools into either blob storage or an S3 bucket. And then you can start turning that into insights. Think about the BI tools, they're storing rocks on the back end. And with the right BI Ops strategy, you can turn those rocks into diamonds. And I'm gonna walk you through quickly how we do it at Datalogz. We're the first automated BI Ops platform to exist on the market. So we're plugging into all of the BI tools that exist to create this automated tool that runs in the background to flag issues, prevent problems before they happen, and save you money and reduce risk. So we connect to the BI environments in just a few clicks, whether it's Power BI, Tableau, or Looker. We read in every single piece of metadata that we can find in the BI tools. So whether it's what data sets are coming in, whether it's what DAX measures are being developed in Power BI, what gateways exist, data flows, all of this is being imported into a centralized data layer. This includes every single workspace, Tableau site, premium sites, personal, so you have one place to see exactly what's happening across your BI environment. And we've seen some of our clients where there's 27 separate BI instances. One of them purchased Tableau in all their different business units and then started issuing out the same license. So they're not only wasting licensing cost, but then the things being reported out are the exact same. So once we're plugged into the BI environment, we're then able to start identifying problems that exist. So we create an instant list of where there's duplication, overlap, unpromoted or sensitive dashboards that are being viewed, where there's old reports that should be retired. And like I said before, in our typical enterprise clients, we see over 80% of reports and dashboards that are using compute costing money are absolutely useless. So cleaning this up has a lot of potential to save and reduce risk in your environment. So what exactly are we identifying and automating? So we're flagging where there's downtime, where there's stale data being viewed. What if there's an old report that hasn't refreshed in 3 months, and then your CEO goes and views it, makes a critical decision, and the data's completely out of date? This happens all the time. Where there are unused assets that exist in the environment, high cost dashboards going unused. One of our clients, we found a single report that had so many queries. They were doing select stars, bringing in every piece of data they could find. The Snowflake compute bill tied to this report was almost $12,000 per month. And it was 6 months of 0 views. So absolutely useless in the environment. We're also flagging where there's duplicate data sets. And on an extreme case of this, we're seeing business users bring in data sets, exports from Snowflake, Databricks, other warehouses, but over hundreds of times within an enterprise environment. And this duplication is creating risk of where their decisions being wrong, people using the wrong data, transforming the same things over and over again, but also confusion. Are there risks in the environment? Are there problems? Are things being reported out incorrectly? Next, we flag unendorsed and sensitive data. So this is more on the compliance side of PII, PHI. Where does it exist in the BI environment? Most data governance programs stop at the warehouse layer. This makes little sense in my mind because the biggest point where users are interacting with data is on the BI side. So those BI environments are having static files being appended and joined. Also, sensitive data is being downloaded or shared. What if there's a rogue consultant that's exporting a report or a dashboard? And overconsumption of resources. So with this, the combination of AI plus BI where anyone can get an answer instantly, this is great for Microsoft. Your compute bill is going to be going up because you're spending more and more to answer these questions, but not all of it will be adding value. And lastly, where there are unused premium features to save money. And we wouldn't be a great software company if we didn't actually fix these issues. So beyond just flagging and identifying, Datalogz fully automates and plugs in to run like an automated BI administrator in the background of your environment. So if this fixes problems before they reach the business user, sends you a monthly report of how much cash you saved. And like all great software companies, we track exactly what we do. What's the ROI of a BI ops strategy in your environment? So for our typical clients, we're seeing around 30% reduction of costs related to BI. This is an extreme example from one of our Fortune 100 clients in the consumer product goods space, but they were spending nearly $16 million annually to maintain a large BI environment. They had 25 different premium capacities within Power BI. And through automating lifecycle management, removing duplication, consolidating data sets, archiving old things, we were able to reduce this premium capacity cost by nearly $4.5 million. And this doesn't include all of the compute that's happening in their warehouse and data lakes that is tied into BI. Snowflake says that about 40% of warehousing costs are produced for business users to consume data. And where are they doing that? In the business intelligence platforms. Next, we also saved you a whole lot of engineering time. So all these manual tasks that are solved after the fact retroactively, we're automating and fixing. Our large clients typically see about 22,000 issues related to business intelligence, and it only gets larger as the environment grows and grows. So we flag and fix these issues in real time. And the last piece is identifying where there's risk in the environment, whether it's security breaches, compliance, or governance risk. So we're identifying potential data breaches. And most CISOs today aren't thinking about the BI layer, but it's the largest point of access for anyone in an enterprise. So what if you have someone in marketing start exporting sensitive financial information randomly? There's all these scenarios that go completely unmonitored today on the BI side. The next piece here is policy non-compliance. So data governance programs stop at the warehouse. They might touch a BI tool, read the report name, but no one's looking into the activity, flagging anomalies of behavior, understanding exactly how data is being used. And lastly, and probably my favorite, and actually what got me started on Datalogz, was how do we know what we're reporting on at a company is right? And when you combine AI plus BI and people are just creating data insights left and right, how do we ensure that they're accurate, not reproduced? So we're looking into all of the DAX measures in Power BI, Logic, and Tableau to try to identify similarities between these patterns, creating almost a reverse semantics layer, but associating metrics with each other to figure out what's being reported out at a company, where is there overlap, but of course, it's up to the business to decide, is this right or wrong, but we can flag that duplication. So at Datalogz, we're on a mission to end business intelligence sprawl. We're upstairs in one of the booths there. I'd love to talk to anyone about BI metadata, answer any questions. I spend about 4 hours a day reading the Power BI and Tableau server logs and documentation. So if anyone wants to come try to stump me on those, we're upstairs. And thanks very much for listening, and hope everyone has a great day.